All right, now that everybody's seen this disaster unfold live in real life, it is time to talk about the spoilers. And man, there's so much to talk about. I wasn't going to do this video, but now I have to because I was just thinking too much. I'm like, it's too much I got to talk about. So, one thing I keep seeing people say about this movie to make an excuse for it is that this isn't the real Joker. This is supposed to be a Joker that makes a Joker. And all this BS, bro. If it's not supposed to be Joker, don't tie the Joker name to it. This is a DC film. They're tying in DC characters like Harvey Dent and Harley Quinn, and then trying to say this isn't Joker. Like, man, come on. Like, what did we watch the first movie for? Watch him. Like, who is he supposed to be? He's supposed to be Arthur Fleck and Joker at the same time. But I thought this movie was going to be about him becoming the actual Joker, bro. This could just be a movie named Crazy Man because that's literally what it is. Mental illness, some movie about mental illness. Like, this doesn't even have to be about Joker at all. Joker doesn't even want to accept his own destiny. At the end of the movie, my hopes were getting so high because it was getting worse and worse, and then it kind of picks back up with that explosion. I was like, okay, I thought they were gonna go for a third movie, and I was like, okay, in order for him to be the real villain, he has to be able to be broken out of this. Even after all this foolishness, I was willing to forgive if they let him escape and become who he was supposed to be, which is basically a freaking mafia boss. But nope, this dude gets out of the car. It just made me angrier and angrier as I continued to watch it. He got out of the car. He went to find her. Harley Quinn turns him down. That's supposed to be his ride or die. Nope. Kicks this nigga to the side and he gets all sad and gets arrested again. It would have been cool to see Joker actually win the case because he had that little arc there where he looked like he was going to win. He didn't win the case. So it was like, okay, the fallback is him breaking out. Cool to see him breaking out and getting away from the cops. No. And then to end the movie off, they have this lame dude that had literally one or two lines in the whole movie that was watching and smiling in the background. Oh, he's the new Joker, y'all. Y'all, we want to see him against Batman. He's gonna be the new Joker. He's the actual crazy guy. He looked up to Joker, and Joker turned on him and everybody else that looked up to him. So now he kills him. I will be honest, this felt like a huge waste of time. Joaquin Phoenix, we watched his whole story for the last two movies, and it just goes down the drain. He dies to somebody that he doesn't even seem like it doesn't even seem deserving. He doesn't get his get back on people. They made it seem like he was gonna get his get back. These people that were like the officer. After the officer beat him up, he just completely gave up. And by the way, did anybody else have trouble understanding what the officer was saying sometimes? Like sometimes he needed subtitles. But back to the point, that officer, they were cool. He broke Joker's heart, and Joker just gave up and said, actually, no, I'm not Joker. And then he makes everybody trade on him, and it was so underwhelming. It's like it didn't know what the movie wanted to do. And then there's Harley Quinn. Is she crazy or not? She came from a rich family and all this. She should be stable. She should be a normal person, but no. She looks up to Joker. This is actually believable. She looks up to him. She wants to be like him. This happens all the time. So she does crazy things to get his attention, and she wants to make him Joker, right? And then it's all for nothing because Joker trades on his own character arc, and it makes it seem like what is Harley Quinn for? Another question I had leaving the movie, I was never really figured out. I don't know what they were even leaning towards with it. Is when his officer friend, I forget his name. The movie's so forgettable. Uh, they took him into the locker room after he went on TV and he did his case or whatever. They took him into that locker room at the jail, and what did they do? Stick a baton up his butt? I was confused on what they did. My girlfriend was confused on what they did. I just don't understand, or I couldn't tell if they were insinuating that he was gonna rape him or something. But I wanted that scene to make Joker angrier. I wanted it to make him want revenge and really become who he was supposed to be. But no, he just turned into a pussy after and just gave up. It's like the movie didn't know what they wanted to do with him when they wrote him. And nope, the reason for all this is just that he's mentally ill. That's it. The musicals became obnoxious. At first, like I said in the original review, they started off cool. It was fine. And then it just got worse and worse because it was making the movie like pause. It was a hard stop every time one of those came in, and it was just like, oh my gosh, another musical That's another 2 minutes. The movie would have been better without this. And it was, some of them had like a message to push the story forward, and it was trying too hard to be deep. Like, we just want to see the movie, man. We don't need this. In the beginning, it actually was fine and it was kind of cool, but then it just went overboard. I like the interviewing scenes. I like the scenes where he's in court being asked questions, and he's also asking questions, especially to the midget guy, because he proved a point that was ultimately useless because he came back then a couple hours later or the next day, however long it was, and just blew it. Just a waste of time from the first movie to now. Everyone's acting is good and all the shots are great. Um, I guess I kind of expected that from this movie, and it delivered on all those fronts. It's just the story fails so hard. It's hard to really give that stuff the praise it deserves. End of the day, it just would have been good to see a good Joker movie without the musical aspect and just really see him become who he's supposed to be. Overall, we just wanted a Joker movie that was going to be about the Joker and his story and his upcoming, but no, we didn't get that at all. And it was just a very unsatisfying ending, especially with him dying in the most unsatisfying way. And this movie is just depressing because everybody left the theater. Like, I skipped the Lions game to watch this movie. We were going to go to the Lions game instead. And well, that was a great game. And we missed it for this. Everybody in the theater just looked so confused at the end. But that's all I got for this. Peace.